Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Great defending, strong and determined. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. Raul, he's got away. Big chance! It's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Ivory Coast are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Darwin. Bellanova gets a foot in here. Now it's Darwin. Good running, strong and purposeful. Aimed beyond the defence. He's being urged to shoot. In towards... Oh, good effort! That has been slung wide. In with the challenge. That pass has been well intercepted. Has a look and plays it forward. Rodri gets over and intercepts. No, it's come to nothing. Quarter of an hour played.
Bologna are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Zico. And it's slung out wide. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Engages and forces him off the ball. McAllister. Good purposeful running this. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rodri. Oh, there's a probing ball. Zico tries to play it through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Here's Rodri. This might spell danger. Olise. Now Costa Curta. Olise. And Upamecano. And it's Gerrard. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Can he get on the end of this?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's shifting through the gears here. Zico. Osimhen. Pass somewhat off target. Nicely aimed pass. And it's been given away. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Zico cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Foot in. Ivory Coast are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Nunez! They want to be quick to recover this. Albert Ferrer. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And the finish! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Ivory Coast are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe. Serginho. And it's Zico. He's had it taken off him. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. In towards the back stick. Now it's Raul. And it's Albert Ferrer. He's rising! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring. Certain, searing, and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just? And that is indeed the final act. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Cher public, je voudrais avoir ce petit mot de félicitation à l'intention du président d'un de nos clubs de supporters.
That gets us going once more. 45 minutes to change their fate. Serginho. Gerrard, the man synonymous with solidity. Now it's Mbappe. And they win it back again. And it's Hazard. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Albert Ferrer. Now this could be a chance. Raul. And this is Raul. It's a threat. Tries a shot! Goal! This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day, the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection and knowing instinctively when to bring the ball out of defence. It's almost like having a defender and a playmaker combined.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Rui Costa. And here's Osim. Oh, he's having a go! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Edmilson, Neymar, and here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Pele. And it's Zico. And here's Mbappe. In with the challenge.
Osimhen really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Osimhen. And this is Zico. Still goalless at the moment. Looking for a runner. Bellanova cuts it out. Baresi cuts out the pass. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neatly clipped into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Baresi does really well to win the ball there. Neymar. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Foot in. Dani Olmo. Van de Ven. Rui Costa. Dani Olmo. Now it's Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now that's well seen too. The pass has gone astray. And it's Zico. Floated through. Oh, that's well spotted. Van de Ven. Rui Costa. Dani Olmo. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Back towards the middle. Pele stood his ground strongly.
Pele clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Dani Olmo. And it's Rui Costa. Looking for the run. This looks promising. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Dani Olmo! Not the most convincing of passes. It's Neymar! Goal! Barcelona! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Osimhen. Spread to the right.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Comes out and deals with it. Now it's Mbappe. Rui Costa is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Rui Costa. And here's Neymar, Pelé, and the finish! Azar. And Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Chance, surely! And there's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Zico. Azar. Zico. And it's Bellanova.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Otamendi gets across to intercept that. Edmilson. Costa Curta. Mbappe! Mbappe! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
This is a promising build-up. Great ball, and he's in. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? He's found the... He's having a shot! Zico. He's on it, can he get away? Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Saliba can clear it away. Great vision. Oh, super find. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Azar. Neymar. And here's the chance to counter. And they win it back again. Rui Costa. Played into space. And that could set him on. And he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross from Zico. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's Neymar. He's having a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a smartly directed ball. And here's Azar. He's under a lot of pressure there. Now it's Mackay.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he plays one through. He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 4. Numero 15.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. A case now of complete control. Mbappe, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar, Mbappe, and that was very necessary. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Neymar. He has found the way through.
Oh, really well played.
Rui Costa. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Rui Costa has got himself a free kick. Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Mackay! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And here's Mackay. Pass is coming off in quick succession. And the shot! Another special Neymar moment! A finish right from the top draw. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And no surprise, that's a booking. Xavi Alonso. Baresi is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Dembele.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di
Howson. Dani Olmo. 4 extra minutes added on. And here's Neymar. Zico in acres of space out wide. Dani Olmo. Bellanova gets over and intercepts. And it's Olmo. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now. And
a shot! Just the wrong side.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
And he is deftly away. And he's quick to get rid. And it's Rodri. Now, can they get him away? He is starved of space and time. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Osimhen. Always goal side. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, he had a decision to make.
Zico! He's being urged to shoot. Ødegaard. Rodri makes the interception. Dembele, defending of the desperate variety. Otamendi gets across to intercept that. Tries to play it through. That is ended up in no man's land. That's a sharp pass. Robertson, played in. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Manchester United with the corner, they're first. And they've got a throw. And here's Bellingham. Nice sequence of passes this. Pass somewhat off target. Here comes the corner. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Robertson is there and he can pick it up. Zico. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Manchester United definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Serginho. Now it's Dembele. Osimhen is onto this. Tomori did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the counter is on. That's a pretty loose pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by
Oh, what's he done? Chance! Goal! Manchester United! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Goes for a shot! Oh, how's that for a goal? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are purring, truly purring. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening.
And Aubameyang! In he goes again. Relentless, just relentless. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Nicely shaped ball. No, that's been intercepted. Neymar going after that. He's on it, can he get away? Dembele proves just a little bit too strong. And he has shown him a yellow card.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And he's in on Osimhen! And that's a tidy finish. They're back within reach. Still behind by two. Is there a way back into this? And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bellingham. Great vision. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Dembele. Serginho. And that's an errant pass. Camavinga. Played out to the left flank. Oh, well played. Bellingham. And it's Zico. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Vi informiamo che si prevede traffico intenso nei dintorni dello stadio dopo la partita. Siate prudenti.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Quality ball. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Zico considers his options. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament.
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
And they're quick to get it back. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Ødegaard. That's an imaginative pass. Zico. Now it's Osimhen. Dembele. It's Dembele! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Osimhen! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Tomori tries to clear. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Ødegaard.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Tries one from range. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Tries to pass it through. Olise. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He won't be happy with that one. Neymar. Well timed, excellent interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's worked it through. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Referee's come over. It's a red card.